Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark. If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to Season 2 of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. To all our old and new listeners, we're excited to have you here with us. ClockTower is a D&D campaign turned audio drama, played with a custom class and a few house rules that we as a group collectively enjoy. If you find yourself getting a little lost, there's always older episodes to guide you back to the path. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. Trinket lies in the dirt, surrounded by tall, dead grass that blows in the cold wind as you see Yeager and Berret getting up and walking away from you and Sam. And just before Yeager leaves the range of Sam's reach, Sam reaches out and grabs Yeager's pants and looks like they desperately don't want Yeager to leave. And then they let go. And Trinket, you and Sam are lying there in the field as the two of them walk up to this third figure, whoever this Teddy is, calling out to Berret as they walk together towards the farmhouse. And you still see that light spilling sickeningly like it came into real life out of your nightmares back here from that lighthouse. What are you doing?
Well, I am still hiding, still hidden, so I'm just kind of gonna see how this plays out for a minute. As far as I know, I haven't been seen, and I don't want to move and make myself seen.
So you're just sitting there, I imagine pretty afraid at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like 5 feet away from Sam as you're just watching. As Berret, you see out of the grass, like a ghost from the past, Teddy walk up and lean on the scarecrow, and you and Yeager have to finish the way walking up to him as he sits there and waits for you.
Now, just because I know what you've seen, you know what I've seen, we both know how things can go real ugly. But before all that, I know you're a man of business, much like myself. And I want to skip as much trivialities as necessary, but before we get into the ugly business, I just gotta ask, how the hell are you?
Well, I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty fine, actually. Got a couple new friends.
A couple, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah. It's been a much different road than I'm used to since Grin and I parted ways. But, strange enough, it feels odd to tell you I told you so. I think I mentioned this last time I saw you, that I'd be bumping into you again one of these days. As I look around to his situation here and eyeball in this guy, kind of give the scarecrow a once over.
Teddy chuckles a little bit. You know what? You're right. It's true. I'll be completely honest. I didn't expect that you'd make it out. And I mean, I guess I didn't think either you'd make it out. Maybe one of you. Maybe one of you, but here you are. Say, what's your name? As he looks to you. Yeager.
Sorry, you seem to know each other, and I'm very not part of the group. Yeager, it's a pleasure to meet you. Are we good? I don't know if we're good. I can't tell from this interaction right now.
Oh, we're fine. Does this one here know?
Well, Yeager, judging that our heads are still on our shoulders, we're in good graces.
I understand that, actually, funny enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no. If I didn't like somebody, they'd probably be gone for about 500 meters out.
This is Teddy, and think that up there is Mikhail.
You see the glint of the scope kind of flash on and off for a moment as I see you gesturing towards me.
I like Mikhail. He seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Very practical fella. But to answer your question, yes, of course. I mean, we're fine here. Look, I don't want no trouble as much as y'all do. All right? I'm assuming you guys came here on business, as all ClockTower agents do.
Mm-hmm.
But as all businessmen should, I think we sit down, have a nice little meal, and we discuss things. I will say, should anyone want to feel all hot and start pulling things, I would highly advise you don't.
Oh, I remember the arsenal you had. I don't really see any point to it.
Listen, I've done a lot of things to make sure I still stand.
I know. You and I both have a count. I understand that. As long as you still have a cot, we can talk.
Funny thing, Berret, I feel like you're not counting anymore.
You still are? As I, look to
Let's
the
not find
scarecrow.
out.
Could I ask a question? Because I've never seen it before. Why does his light feel weird?
As Teddy kind of looks up towards the light with his compadre up there, you see that a tattoo which was once rather openly displayed on his right hand, which you once saw, Berret, is now malformed and absolutely ugly on a very highly scarred arm. He states, "Well, it's a hell of a thing. We stumbled across it too, and it's I guess you could call it an insurance policy, because mind you, I'm sure you're both well aware. It's just there's a lot of folks that don't want to talk things out anymore. They don't want to give you the time of day. They just kind of leave the talking for the civilized folk, I guess."
Shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah. I'm very well aware. Yeah.
Many ClockTower agents are that way, ain't they?
Well, me not so much anymore. Ever since Grin's gone, I've had to pick up his slack. So, here we are talking.
Hey, Mickey, how you feeling? You want to come on down, or are you gonna stay up there a little bit longer?
You see for a moment just nothing. And then you see this kind of long-haired head pop from over the railing.
Are they okay?
Teddy looks at both of you almost expectantly.
Barrett's actually almost not paying attention and staring at the scarecrow.
Yeager's gonna look over at Berret, look at you, look at the scarecrow, look back at Berret, look at the scarecrow again, and then finally look at the scarecrow. I have a question. You mentioned before that the scarecrow itself is wearing what looks like a ClockTower Agent's uniform. How much gold and silver is on the scarecrow?
As much as on a normal ClockTower uniform.
Okay.
You can tell, especially now that you're close to it, that's a real ClockTower coat. It's a real ClockTower hat. It's got dark brown stains on it and a couple holes in it. Teddy and Mikhail both seem to have all of their clothes.
Yeah, I'm fine. We're fine.
Yeah. Funny enough, I've been actually having a talk with my friends about being more open to conversation with folks before, getting into things. It's worked out well so far, so.
Well, right on then. Yeah, I think you're good.
You just see his head from above the banister nod. Then the glint from the scope disappears and you hear some metal clanging down the steps.
You two actually showed up right on time. We was just about to have supper.
Showed up right on time last time, too, if I remember correctly. That was a while ago.
Was it? I reckon. Well, I hope you both like corn.
I've never had corn.
First time for everything, partner. As he kind of turns around and makes his way up the stairs.
Sam and Trinket, you guys see, after a little bit of time passes, Teddy, Yeager, and Berret all go into the house. Then you see from behind the grain silo, that long-haired person described earlier walks around the grain silo and into the front door.
The whole time he's walking down, he's looking into the field, kind of where he saw you.
Sam, it looks like he's looking right at you.
The Sam looks like a prey animal looking into headlights. Sam's never had their illusion be looked through before. So they're kind of still in that kind of awkwardly put into a prone position, but they're also just tracking your eyes.
Is it fair to say that Mikhail would give him a small nod, just to
I think as he reached the bottom of the steps and is about to turn away towards the house, a small knowing nod towards the bush.
Fear.
The entire time that Mikhail was staring in your guys' direction, looked like he was looking right at Sam. Trinket, you're 60% that he didn't see you.
Great, 60%.
Yeah. It's hard because you're so close to
Right.
Sam. You know, it's hard to see if he was looking at your direction because and especially since you're so scared, when you're really frightened, it feels like everyone
Right.
is looking at you. It's real hard, but you think maybe not. You think you might be the only one that they're not aware of.
All right.
And then Mikhail goes inside the house, and now it's just you two out in the field.
Sam slowly parts the curtain in their illusion, and then instead of dropping it, they just move it like a moving picture on a slideshow over on top of Trinket. Are we okay?
I don't think so.
I also don't think so.
I have a feeling that I think we're not all gonna make it out of here
Don't say that.
alive.
Don't
so
say that.
I think we're gonna have to make sure that it's the group of us that make it out alive. I've seen this before.
Me too. Not
So-
this, but similar.
They're definitely the other agents have been here. I'm certain. I'm gonna hang back. I think they don't know I'm here, and that any advantage we can get, we should take.
Okay. Sam nervously rubs their hands together. I can contact you. Message, right? Keep your hand on your pocket watch. Hear a moment out of me or see something, just click it. Just click it. Better play it safe than sorry.
You guys both know that if you click your pocket watch right now, nothing will happen.
Yeah, and it's not gonna do anything for us right now. We're on our own. I'm gonna find a better place to hide.
I think the long-haired one, M something. I think they know I'm here. I really want to turn off that light in the lighthouse, but I don't know if I should.
I'll go look at it.
Okay. Be safe. I'll try and support our friends.
All right.
Do you want to boost up there? Because I can throw you all the way up there.
Sure.
All right. Sam is gonna slowly start army crawling with the illusion, and just moving bush over to the edge of the lighthouse, wrapping around to the out of view of any windows.
Okay, so Sam and Trinket start making their way towards the silo lighthouse. Inside, you guys see it's a nice place. It's like a rural farmhouse, pretty sparsely decorated, but well decorated. It's one of those houses that has a fireplace for a lot of the cooking. It's got a lot of feeling to it, it's very self-sustained. They live out here in the middle of the countryside. They don't really need to leave for very much, but you do see the little. It's got one of those old kitchenettes that's a wooden counter that's next to the fireplace. It's also kind of the dining room in one kind of a situation, and the main living room is just an archway separates it, like a really wide, 10-foot wide archway separates the two rooms, so they're kind of one room. And as you pass on the wall to your right, near the front door, there is an inset door that looks like it would be leading to either a very small closet given space down, because there's not enough room on that side of the house in that area for it to be anything other than one of those two things. It either goes somewhere else or it's a broom closet. And you guys see there's a black cast iron pot that's swung over a fire right now, that it's heating up over the fire, and you see on that kitchenette just so many ears of corn. Almost and a bunch of discarded husks of corn, to the point where you're holy shit, is corn all these people eat. You guys also smell what smells like chicken, but also a lot of corn.
Now, feel free to make yourselves at home. I got a hen in the oven, or whatever this world would, call a hen. Anyway, it's kind of familiar, kind of different, but smells good enough, don't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never smelled a hen before. I don't
Now
know
you
what it
have.
is.
The door opens, and you guys see Mikhail come in.
Oh, hey.
There he is.
How about we have Valik and James describe their characters?
As Mikhail enters, you see maybe a early 30s man, sort of disheveled black hair that goes just above his shoulders. Obviously, he's got a very tired look in his eye, as I'm sure is copied by Teddy. And I think a lot of his clothes he's still wearing the ClockTower garb for certain, but there's a lot of patches that he's put on it, and a lot of dust, and definitely some blood. His main color theme is silver. He's actually got a pair of silver studs in his ears, and you can see just the back end of a silver chain around his neck. But poking out of his pocket is the chain of an assumedly gold pocket watch.
The man near the oven, who is currently putting on a Kiss the Cook apron, is with his back to you. You see that his ClockTower garb, once a long coat, the sleeves have been rather haphazardly sliced off, fraying at the edges, and his hat, which Berret, you recall being a little disheveled, but it's now a mess, really. It's as though he has idly grasped it in his hands multiple times to the point the brim is misshapen. Despite his sort of lively voice, he has a very tired aura about him. Hanging around his neck like dog tags is a silver pocket watch.
Just as Mikhail enters the room, he's just standing at the very edge of the dining room, and his head just keeps turning back towards the windows at the front, and he's looking at the conversation, acknowledging you all, but every 5 seconds or so, he turns and looks out the front just to keep an eye.
Mikhail, as you keep checking the window, I think enough time has passed that more than enough battle rounds would have been passed. Make another perception check. And Trinket, you can either choose to keep your stealth roll or re-roll it.
I'll keep it.
Can I?
Sam, you also can choose to keep your stealth roll or
Thank
re-roll
you.
it.
17.
For 2 + 4, that's 6.
So Trinket, you're safe regardless. Mikhail, you are sure that there is one other person out there, but now that you're looking, they're gone in the field. You couldn't tell where they are if somebody paid you to.
Now, I don't want to be a downer, but he seemed like a good guy. I gotta know, what happened to him? He kind of says without addressing any names or just idly speaking as he puts on an oven mitt.
He quit. He found a little antique shop, settled up, never came back to the tower.
Oh, I see. Well, good on him, I suppose.
Yeah, he seemed happy. I stuck around a little while as I looked to Yeager. When I say a little while,
Yeager's eyebrows are up.
He seemed really happy. If I didn't intervene, though, he'd be fucking roadkill.
Yeah. Well, I guess when a machine disposes of its cogs, it kind of loses its purpose, no?
Well, he's found a new purpose now. He's doing fine. So have I. I've found new purpose as well.
Have you?
Yeah. As I look to Yeager, just having this little flashback of you throwing a book just recently, going yeah. Yeah, we've been doing good.
More wars to fight?
Not a lot of wars.
More people to lose?
We've been doing good. Making good. Making the world better than when we arrived. So, yeah, I guess you could say, making a better world out there.
What about you, Yeager, was it?
Yes. What was the question? I'm sorry. You just said what about me?
Yeah, what about you? How, what you like to do for fun? What,
So it's kind of weird. I feel like I'm newer to this than both of you are, so I'm not sure if it matters as much what I say.
Oh, what is time, really?
Concept, really. Kind of, we live in a
Exactly.
big clock, so it's kind of important in general, I feel like.
Well,
But my friends and I, we killed our first god. That was cool.
did you?
Yeah, we killed this being named Olm, a big giant ball of light that would just eat everything that touched it. It was kind of cool. We lost some people. We found some people. We got some insight. I'm actually looking for somebody. If you could, I don't know what you've seen, but you seem like you're more experienced than I am. Sort of like Berret here. I'm looking for a thing called the Reacher. It's like one of the abominations out there between spaces.
You're still on that, buddy?
Yeah, no, I got to find him. And side note, Yeager at first was like very lighthearted, and like when he turns to like Berret, his face sort of like blanks out. He goes, "No, yes, I have to find him. I'm actually very invested in the situation."
That's fair. I understand.
Yeah, I can't say it rings any bells, but could you explain it to me a little bit? Maybe, Mikhail, could you pass corn?
Here you go.
I haven't seen him myself yet.
As you're talking, Yeager, you like have this feeling in your chest and in your gut that you haven't felt a lot, but the light in that lighthouse, it's still like touching you here in a weird way, even though you're not directly in it. Like you're inside a building and you still feel like that light is on you. And worse, it makes you feel so uncomfortable, like there's like a large dude with a hand on your shoulder, just like a threatening presence. Not doing anything, but just a constant threatening reminder, like radiation.
I'm sorry. You never mentioned, what does the light do exactly? Because it's kind of, I'm sorry, it feels weird in here, and I don't want to keep feeling odd.
Oh shit, could somebody check the time? I don't know how long this hen's been in here.
As Teddy says that, Yeager, you can't not notice that Teddy and Berret are making direct, serious eye contact. Like both of them know exactly what that light does, and Berret is almost daring Teddy to say it.
Well, Teddy just dared Berret to say it because he just asked someone to check the time. I don't know. My pocket watch has been acting up lately.
Oh shit, that's right. If you saw our friend out there, he's kind of just relaxing on some posts. That was the last fella that didn't want to talk things out. He just came out shooting. So, despite us not really wanting to use this light, it's something that brings back a lot of bad memories. But as you can see, it was kind of a pain in the ass to get where we wanted it. But sorry, it's just it's so difficult. I kind of forget it's there. It's just so natural to us. It's something we've grown accustomed to, but I forgive me for my lack of manners. Yeah, of course. The light is just like any bad thing, really. If you spin it in the right way, you can use it for some good. And it's you know, there were some bad folks that came through, guns blazing, didn't want to hear reason, and well, that light there is to make sure that we can actually talk, discuss things like civilized people.
And Yeager's like looking between like Berret and Teddy, and back to Berret again, and back to Teddy, and like you can see calculations going on in his head, and he kind of goes, "I feel like I'm missing something here that hasn't been mentioned out loud, but I'm going to leave it alone."
How about you roll an insight check?
A 6.
Yeah, know your sentence tracks.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it alone. And how are things out here? It seems very quiet, peaceful almost. I feel like maybe it's like, do you? Is it like something you've just enjoyed since the ClockTower, or do you not prefer? Is there like a town nearby you go to for?
Well, when we first showed up, things were a little more hectic, and of course, oh, here, do either of y'all want this? As he kind of like turns around and tosses a wishbone between both Yeager and Berret.
It clatters across the table, and with the current atmosphere, it seems so ominous.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, the thing is, Berret, you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, go ahead, see which one of you gets a wish. Make sure it's a good one. Now, Yeager, this place is, You just want to take a nice deep breath. I want you to really savor it, because when was the last time you stayed in a place for a good while? Like a place you could call home and taste fresh air?
Pretty recently, in fact.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When was the last time
It's been very nice.
you cooked a meal?
I haven't cooked anything myself. Oh, actually, no. Rock cooked a steak a bit ago.
Rock, is that, you said you had a couple buddies. Is that the other one?
He's gone.
Yeah,
I see. Is your other friend going to be joining us? I'm assuming they're scouting things. That's very fair. I want to remind you that if there's any funny business, I'd appreciate you just being open about it. It'd save us all a lot of hassle.
Well, can you blame him? You don't exactly have a red carpet out there, buddy.
You expect me to sit out here after what you were very well aware we went through?
I'm
and
aware. I know.
Welcome people in with open arms, Berret? That's just kind of tickles me funny. How about you, Mickey?
Not everyone is as, familiar as we are right now. There still plenty of new agents out there that...
And why is that, Mickey? It's because those of us that stick with each other, I don't last too long, because that's the way the clock tower wants it, right?
The clock tower has not always been kind to us.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, the corn is ready. You're gonna burn it.
Oh, shoot, hell. As he kind of like turns around and shakes the pot a little bit and is like, my damn brains.
I shoot a
Losing it
glance
these
at
days.
Yeager.
Yeager looks back at you like, what the fuck's going on? Like, just confused, very confused, just...
And then after jetting a look at Yeager, I jet a look over at the window that Mikhail's probably been worrying over.
Roll a perception check. If you beat it, maybe you can see you see your own friends.
17?
So you beat the illusion and you see Sam.
Do you see, but not Trinket, right? You
Not
were
Trinket,
18.
yeah,
Not
mine was
Trinket.
So
18.
you don't
That's
see
an 18,
Trinket,
right?
but you do see Sam like sneaking through the grass with like an illusion where Sam is doing this, like putting their hands up in front of them, slowly dragging their hands in front of them to a different position as they move the illusion up a couple feet, walking up a couple feet, moving the illusion, walking up a couple feet, moving the illusion. Hey, Mikhail, you see Berret checking the window. You want to check the window again as well?
Surely your friend is hungry too? Or should I say friends?
Teddy raises his eyebrows. Well, we got plenty of plates.
And plenty of corn.
That we do.
Although we only just got here, we never really are that hungry when we arrive. But as I can see, you guys have been here a while, so don't let us stop you.
Yeah, you know what? It's a feeling that really irked me, over the course of time. The things that the tower would send us on, we stayed out there for forever. You remember being in the trenches, just how cold it was, how hungry it was, or each and every one of us was. It was miserable. But when you find a place like this, you start to enjoy those feelings. It gives you a sense of a purpose, I suppose. But you know
Right.
what?
That's exactly why Grin quit. He wanted a new purpose. He wanted to bring something else to the table, like smiles to people's faces.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, did he really quit, or did the clock tower just dispose of him?
No, he quit.
How do you quit? Did you put him down?
I didn't put him down, no. He relinquished his belongings.
Oh, so you're saying that he allowed the tower to change him, to rip away who he was?
No, he gave the tower back its
Did he remember you?
belongings.
Because I bet he didn't.
Teddy.
Teddy takes in a deep inhale. Look, I apologize. My manners, yet again, they seem to have lost me. Let's just have a nice dinner. All right? Yeager, how much has Berret told you about the wars that him and I fought in together, arm in arm?
I've heard like small tidbits of things, but like it's been kind of a something we haven't really worried about because we've met each other a few missions ago.
Has it been that, or has it been a taboo subject? Well, you don't want to let them know what they can get into?
Oh, they know what they can get into.
Do they?
Yeah.
I mean, when you fight a god, eventually you start to realize things that can be great.
They've done things I haven't. They may not have been in the game as long as I have, but they got gumption.
Teddy starts setting the plates. All right, well.
But again, we're not in the business of making wars. We're in the business of ending them and making sure things are better off than when we left them.
Right.
We've essentially helped everyone we've run into so far. As best we can, at least.
No offense, partner. I find that very hard to believe because, I mean, at your core, above all else, you are ClockTower agents.
Sam and Trinket, as you sneak through the grass, you both, as Sam's moving the illusion, Trinket, you're staying low. You have this moment where you're like, you're pretty sure you're pretty good at sneaking, and like it's almost painful seeing like Sam crunch some sticks that you wouldn't have hit, and you're like really wishing that there was a better way to do this, that you weren't in this situation in the first place. Of all the things you could possibly be thinking right now, you happen to glance at the window, and then you see, looking out the window, that long-haired figure sees you, sees Sam, like nods in your direction, and then turns back and says something to somebody inside. And you're pretty sure you and Sam both got made.
Well, that's not stopping me.
Okay.
Sam's to continue just their slow slide.
You two, after that interaction, you two have made it past the window and past any like sight lines.
Okay. So the lighthouse goes basically straight up and does have a balcony.
So you know grain silos? They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
real big and they're like rounded at the top. Somebody has built a like a gazebo platform basically on top of the grain silo. You can see the like 2x4 like rough built supports all the way around the perimeter of the grain silo, and then a really big like lighthouse top is just kind of built on top of that. And the fire is in the middle with a complex system of mirrors that, like, now that you're a little closer, you can see that each of those mirrors and the lighthouse structure itself has weird runes, like clock tower runes, carved all around it that both of you can make an Arcana check if you want to look at it.
That is a 10 for me.
An unnatural 20.
Okay. Sam, you're like, damn, that's magic. Trinket, you realize that those runes are both amplifying the strength of the light that fire is giving off and projecting it like miles wide.
Do I kind of know what it is?
So you don't know like what it is, but you do know what it does and how it behaves. You know that as long as you're in the radius of this light, your clock tower watch cannot return you to the clock tower, whether you die or click it yourself. If you complete the mission, and you have a better understanding of this than anybody else, Rock completed the mission, and it did send you back to the clock tower, even though you were in the light, but it did so painfully slowly, slow enough for Rock to die in the meantime. And if you die in this light before the tower can pull you back, you're dead for real. And that's what you know about it. But you're also sure that if you can put out that flame or even break the runes that are amplifying it, if you break those runes up there, if you break some of those mirrors, then it's not gonna project it through buildings. It's not gonna project it like miles wide like it's doing right now. It will be only those that are within the radius of the actual light projected from that flame.
That's what I was hoping.
Okay, I think I can get you like almost up there.
Do it.
All right, stand still. Sam's gonna drop the silent image and cast levitate on you, levitating you 20 feet up.
And as you guys are doing this, inside, Mikhail, you see those people who are sneaking past your vision because you turned back to talk about them previously and then went directly back to looking at them. They sneak past your sight lines and you can't see what they're doing, but they're heading straight for the fucking lighthouse.
Are you sure you don't want to invite them in? As he walks towards the door.
I'm the guest here.
How many are out there, Berret? 2, 3, 4, 5?
5?
Do teams get that big?
Were you expecting an
Oh.
army?
Oh, what? As though you would expect me to expect anything at all after what we've been through?
Oh, I know what
And
you're
to answer your
capable of.
question, Yeager, yes, there can be armies of ClockTower agents. You would know that if your compadre here would be open with you. What are you so scared of to talk about with him?
I'm not scared of it. I'm just worried of...
Mikhail, maybe you should... Berret raises a good point. Maybe you should go talk to his compatriots he doesn't want to bring on in here.
I'm just worried it's gonna happen all over again. How many times are you gonna fend us off before they start sending waves?
I will do it however long it needs to be done until you see reason.
How many of us have talked to you at all?
I'm gonna go out the door and go
This-
towards the people.
Might be your only chance to do this right.
Do it right. Are you kidding me? Do it right.
Question.
You want to...
No one's answered what the light does yet.
As Yeager says that, Sam and Trinket, you guys, like, Trinket, you start floating up, and you see the door, like, open, and you see someone floating up towards the top of the lighthouse.
Dinner's ready. As I'm looking right at you, floaty girl.
Getting on up there. I'm not gonna stop. I'm going to
20 feet in action.
Crawl my way up this building. I don't know.
They're going for the light.
I wouldn't do that unless your friend's real resilient. Trust me, I've touched it. As he kind of like extends his arm out.
For the purposes of going forward, I think, even though nothing's happened yet, we might need to have everybody roll initiative. Hey, Ellie again. It's update time. So, what's been going on with ClockTower? Side stories are hard to schedule. I'm really sorry, everyone. We start getting something sorted, and another thing happens and throws everything out of whack. Most recently, the ClockTower team got COVID. We're all recovering well, but it did cancel a lot of plans while we isolate. So thank you for your patience. If you're listening to this in the future, how is it over there? I hope it's great. I think it's on to credits. If you would like to collaborate with us in any way, contact us through the Contact Us section of our website, ClockTowerAgent.com. Berret was played by Bink, Sam was played by Cal, Trinket was played by Kball, Yeager was played by Trent, Teddy was played by Valik, and Mikhail was played by James. I, Ellinthris, was your DM. The voice of our disclaimer was Valik Donahew. You can check out all of his work at patreon.com/themadlandreamer. All music from Season 1 of ClockTower made by Who's Music. If you would like your own D&D music commissioned, you can contact them and find all of their work through their website, whosisthis.com, or find it in the description below. Thanks, Who's. Nun Chimes and Smooth Dinner were 2 new songs made for this episode by Cal. Thank you to our editing team and Cal for making the episodes what they are. And thank you again for listening. ClockTower Season 2, Episode 21, will be out for all of our early episode patrons November 24th, and will release publicly December 1st. Till then, time's ticking. See you in the ClockTower.